I stood in the doorway of my childhood home, my heart pounding like a distant war drum, its rhythm echoing the painful memories that flooded back to me. The walls that once vibrated with my laughter now echoed the harshness of my family's ridicule. The day I announced my intention to become a game developer, the moment I dared to chase my passion, was the day the smiles fell away, replaced by scornful sneers and dismissive laughter. Video games? Really, Alex? How embarrassing, my father had spat, his voice dripping with contempt. You'll never make anything of yourself. You're wasting our time and money. My mother stood beside him, her expression a mixture of disappointment and shame. I was the laughingstock of the family, a punchline to every joke. For years, I packed the pain of those words deep within me, letting it fuel my fire. I left home that day, taking nothing but the bitterness of rejection and a fierce determination to make a name for myself. As I walked away, I vowed to transform their doubts into my armor. The road was anything but easy. I scoured the job boards, faced countless rejections, and endured sleepless nights hunched over my computer screen, fueled by instant noodles and caffeine. I was relentless. I learned to code in languages I'd never heard of, immersed myself in game design, and poured my soul into every pixel I created. Yet, each setback felt like an earthquake under my feet, shaking my resolve. There were moments, dark nights, when the weight of my family's mockery felt too heavy, when I questioned my worth, my dreams. But in those moments of doubt, I would remind myself, I am not defined by their expectations. I will rise, not for them, but for me. Years passed, and as I fought through the storm, I began to see glimpses of success. My indie game, Lost Realms, was picked up by a small publisher, and overnight, it became a sensation. I watched as my creation, born from the depths of my passion, captured the hearts of players worldwide. The validation I craved surged through me like a tidal wave, but it was bittersweet. I wanted my family to see me, to hear me, but their disdain lingered like a specter in my mind. And then the day came when I received the news that would change everything. A larger studio wanted to collaborate with me on my next game, offering resources I had only dreamed of. My heart raced as I realized this was my moment, a chance to step even further into the light. I knew then that it was time to return to the home that had once felt like a prison. As I drove through the familiar streets, memories washed over me. I stepped inside, my heart pounding. The air felt heavy, thick with unresolved history. My family was gathered in the living room, their voices a cacophony of mundane chatter. When I walked in, silence fell like a guillotine, every face turning toward me with a mix of surprise and incredulity. "Alex?" My mother's voice trembled, caught between disbelief and confusion. My father's brow furrowed, his mouth opening slightly as if searching for words. I stood before them. Years of transformation wrapped in an unassuming smile. The room fell silent as they watched, their expressions shifting from skepticism to amazement, to something else entirely. Pride? Could it be? My heart raced, each second stretching into a lifetime as the trailer played on. When it ended, I felt the weight of their gazes. "We didn't believe in you, but you've proven us wrong." I pulled back, looking at them, my family, my roots. "I didn't do this for your approval. I did it for me." But as I spoke those words, I realized something monumental. I had forged my own path, but perhaps the journey of healing could begin here too. I had returned, not as the outcast they once knew, but as a testament to resilience and the indomitable spirit of a dreamer who had turned their ambitions into reality. In the end, maybe it was about more than just proving them wrong. It was about finding my place in the world and maybe, just maybe, discovering a way for my family to stand beside me as I soared.